Busco la fama y ahora sé dónde se esconde. Ese lugar donde el triunfo me haga enorme. Mi nombre, mi sangre.
Yes, let's go. No buzzer beater for me. End of the third quarter.
5-point
But I'm
deficit.
up by 5. You know what it is, gang, gang. Oh! Slam dunk. Psych, you weren't denied. Just didn't get the shot. Oh! Giannis. Look at Giannis taking over.
The action always in full swing near the front. Quarter in tonight, and let's go. Well, they are fun to watch, that's for sure, Dave. Thank you. And the starting group for the Spurs. We've got LaMarcus Aldridge, DeRozan out there with Lyles. Then there's DeJounte Murray, and it's Forbes in at the 2. And for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter, and it's Ball in at the point. Well, it was only a short stay in L.A. for Lonzo Ball, traded this past summer as part of the Anthony Davis deal.
And getting out of L.A. might be the best thing for him. Still a great defender and playmaker. His best years, without a doubt, could be ahead of him here in New Orleans.
Williamson, they grabbed their own miss. Favors dishes to Williamson. The putback, and there's Favors putting it right back in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
And here is Murray. He had 25 points in the win against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working the ball over to open teammates.
Now here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. And he banks in the layup.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
And here's Ball. He's coming off a 16-point game against Oklahoma City.
Yeah, but all around offensively, the performance was great. He knew when he had it going, but he also knew he could get other guys going. So his passing right up there on the level with his scoring in that one.
Here's DeRozan. Zion Williamson making his last shot.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Favors. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Favors got his second basket. The Spurs have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far.
Well, this season, the Pelicans finally getting themselves their own G League affiliate, the Erie Bayhawks in Pennsylvania. And in 2022, they'll move closer with renovations to the Legacy Arena in Birmingham, Alabama. And when that's completed, it's really going to help out the young core and the draft picks that have been collected by David Griffin to do some player development.
Oh, goodness. Wow. We are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. Shoots from 14. A second chance effort. The shot that time, not on target. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And that last one came right down to the wire. The difference for me being the impact they got from their bench.
Yeah, without the scoring they got from that second unit, that is not a game they would have won. They needed every one of those points that they got off the bench.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Holiday, the pass to Hart. Doesn't go for him.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Knocked loose. Out to White. Spurs passing it around. On the wing, Bellinelli. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats here for Holiday. He's been dominant over the last month, averaging about 18 points per, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
Something in the coach's playbook here where the schemes fire on all cylinders when he is in the game. A great conduit for them offensively. He knows where everyone is at all times.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And 4 years at Villanova for Josh Hart. Won the title back in 2016.
He just makes winning plays. Hits perimeter shots, and the 30th pick in 2017, he has been solid.
San Antonio leading by 4. And White kicks to Bellinelli. Pass to Pirtle. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Here's Holiday. No good there. For San Antonio, they've gone an incredible 8 of 9 from the field. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
.35 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Hart the pass to Melly. Back to Hart. Here's Melly. Bellinelli is covering. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 13-footer. The shot by Holiday, no good. Out to White. Gay, left side. Count it.
You can't give Rudy Gay that type of look. He's going to knock that down more often than not.
From downtown. No good on that one. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for San Antonio. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
Holiday at the 1 and Redick at the 2. He's out there with Hart, and it's Okafor in at the 5. Home in the paint. That's the Pelicans 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Bellinelli. It's deflected. Redick against Walker. And Redick kicks to Hayes. For the 3. And Redick the bucket on the assist by Hayes. At the number of trades now starting to involve stars. Feels like the league's power balance is always shifting to some degree.
Yeah, and I think organizations that are trying to stay ahead of the trend, Kevin, might think about, we might have a star for just 2 years. How can we get the next one? Backside of that, Kevin, is a lot of these star players are signing deals that are not extending to 4, 5, 6 years. You can't even do that anymore. So you get a guy for a couple years. What he wants to do is maximize his earning potential for 1 or 2 seasons, become a free agent again, and then look around the league where opportunities not only to win, but to also cash in. That's what's happening in today's game.
Mills dishes to Walker. Pirtle against Okafor. Pirtle kicks to Mills. Holiday brings the double team. Here's Walker, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on Jahlil Okafor.
Nice nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
San Antonio shooting their first free throws of the night.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
New Orleans making some changes here. Williamson is checked in for Hayes. Brandon Ingram comes in for J.J. Redick. And Ball subbed in for Drew Holiday. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Lyle comes in for Rudy Gay. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Patty Mills.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
It's stolen by Lyles. Here's DeRozan, and finished off by DeRozan.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. DeRozan's got plenty of force to his game, don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Okafor. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores. Just look at what DeRozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And guys, there's really a fine line between being aggressive and being out of control. And in that one, they crossed the line.
Well, you can do a couple things with turnovers. They committed too many, and then they didn't force enough. So a tough go in that category.
And a look at the block shot number of the last few seasons for Aldridge.
And rim protecting is an area where he's come a long way over these past few seasons. You can see the increase in blocks over that time. He is a fearsome defender inside, and teams are thinking twice about bringing the ball into the paint when he's on the floor.
And it's DeRozan with the ball for San Antonio. It's off to Utah for him after this game as they take on the Jazz. So the wing on the left. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Pass to Lyles. Murray outside. From deep three-point range, the shot's good from Forbes. Forbes has got the lead up to 14 now for the Spurs. The Pelicans have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And the guard, Bryn Forbes, won back-to-back state championships as a high schooler in the state of Michigan. For years at Cleveland State, then transferred back to the state of Michigan and played at Michigan State.
And after that time at Michigan State, he went undrafted, but Kevin really has developed into a steady rotation player in the NBA. And by the way, quite a knockdown shooter.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. And it's Williamson missing. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 13-4 run. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Excellent play. Just adding fuel to the fire and really trying to put this one out of reach.
This is what great players try to do. They're not allowing the opposition to gain any kind of hope to try and get back in the game.
Ball kicks to Hart. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge. The Pelicans have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. Second free throw, no good.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
Murray, no good. Pelicans trail by 13. There's 57 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Williamson. Here's Favors. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
That's a testament to the effort there on the boards. Never willing to give up on the possession, finding ways to sniff out the ball.
Murray right side. Outside Aldridge. Passes it to Forbes. To the inside. And the dunk by Aldridge.
Well, how about that? LaMarcus still with that size can go up and power it through.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball, the pass to Favors. Back to Ball. Favors trying to break free, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Ball. And Forbes kicks to Murray. Back to Forbes. The pass to Murray. Lyles with a wide open look. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's San Antonio. Their lead at 11 points. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2. DeMar DeRozan brought his A game early tonight. He ended up with 15 points. And that should do it.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
On the floor for San Antonio, DeRozan out there with Lyles. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. Murray dishes to DeRozan. Back to Murray. This one for three. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans trail by 9. And Holiday kicks to Williamson. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Lyles.
And checking out some numbers for LaMarcus Aldridge. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month, averaging about 19 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Here is Forbes. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Holiday goes in. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, Holiday focused there, and a good job of scoring despite getting whacked.
So both teams making some changes here. Brent, when it comes to moving around in tight quarters without a lot of space, who's the quickest player that you have seen in a half-court set this year?
Still remarkable to watch where it is that Kyrie Irving can get to on the floor in any sort of possession. It's like he could take 50 dribbles in a phone booth and find a way out of it, spinning around and finding gaps within the defense. But it's not his handle with just the one hand, right, Kevin? It's about he has an idea of after he does the moves around the traffic, when he gets into the basket, multiple ways of finishing, much like Rod Strickland, who's a tremendous finisher in his days years and years ago. Kyrie's got a lot of that in his game.
Here's Forbes. But they recover it. Lyles kicks to Mills. Down to 5 on the shot clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And DeRozan at the basket on the assist by Aldridge. 22 points for DeMar DeRozan.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
San Antonio making a switch here. Pirtle, he's checked in for Aldridge. Gay comes in for Lyles. Bellinelli, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And Walker's subbed in for Bryn Forbes.
Using his length well on defense. Rudy Gay working hard. Swats that one away.
Bellinelli passes to Walker. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Spurs lead by 11.
You just can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
16 feet away, and the bank shot is good. Ingram's got his first 2 points.
Well, an outstanding floor general right there. Holiday has switched between point guard and off guard, and a great feel for when guys are open.
Mills finds Bellinelli. Pirtle, high post. Spurs passing it around. Shots good by Mills.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Pass to Hayes. Fires the three. Rebound, San Antonio.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Outside, Walker. Mills with it. Here's Bellinelli. Hayes gets a hand on it. Ingram outside. Over Pirtle. And the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Ingram.
And you have to love seeing Ingram knock down the mid-range J, a lethal scorer who nails these shots with consistency.
And it's blocked, and they're able to recover. Pass to Gay. Walker in the corner. Another shot. It's good. Walker's got 6.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Outside Holiday. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Well, that equals his 3-point total from the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Walker's shot is off. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. They trail by 9 points. Mills dishes to Walker. Back to Mills. Here's Gay. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They're back. Ball and Reddick. Okafor out there with Favors, and it's Hart in at the 3 slot. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. DeRozan, good on the 3-point shot. DeRozan's got 25 points in the game.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Hart.
I love how he establishes his post position inside.
Oh, that was something else.
In his prime, Rudy Gay would throw down some hellacious dunks, and that time gets in for another one, still part of his arsenal.
Here's Hart. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. And the first one comes. The Pelicans making a switch here. Williamson's checked in. And San Antonio also making a switch. Trey Lyles checked in for Rudy Gay. San Antonio leading by 10. White looking around. Lyles kicks to White. DeRozan in the corner. On the wing, DeRozan. 6 to shoot. And the rejection by Favors. Now Williamson from 15 feet away. And there's Reddick. That's good on the assist from Williamson. Williamson's got 3 assists tonight. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. And White with the block. 14 feet away. Good as the jump shot falls. White's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now. Ball against Murray. Here's Favors. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. That's now 8 points for Derek Favors. San Antonio leading by 8. Murray outside. Spurs passing it around. White against Reddick. Outside Favors.
Inside, here's Williamson. Shoots over Lyles. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And that's grown man muscle. Williamson relishes any chance he gets to take the defense on and finish.
Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for Josh Hart. That free throw good from Williamson. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Right side, DeRozan. Back to White. Lets it go from deep. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Pelicans trailed by 5. For Murray. And it's Williamson missing. White with it. Now guarded by Ingram. Miles against Favors. The feed to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But, Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 7. We've got 1:55 left in the game. And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
And, guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I got a chance to find out what Alvin Gentry talked about with his players. He told the players, you guys are too talented to be playing this lackadaisical. Push the ball up the floor, get out on the break, and get to the fast break. Guys, we'll see if they can get it done.
Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Lyles. From past the arc. And it's Ingram with the rebound. And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for New Orleans. It's a 5-point game. And the dunk by Williamson.
Look at this young man come through in the clutch. Zion appearing more than ready to deliver.
Murray finds Aldridge. Here's Ball. And they call the foul, so he's got... And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. Have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And, guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Outside, White. Back to Murray. Outside, DeRozan. Right wing. Beyond the arc. And it's White missing. And here are the Pelicans. They're on a 17-6 run. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
You guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
He sinks the clutch free throw. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one.
Shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, he knows the defense was absolutely playing him soft, not respecting his abilities whatsoever, so he made them pay.
DeRozan scanning the floor. Over in the corner, White. Back to DeRozan. Miss! And now called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dance team.
These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. And always a good ride in these post-regulation battles. This overtime now looking to be an exciting one. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. On the court right now for the Spurs, we've got Murray. Lyles out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Forbes in at the 2-guard position. Holiday attacking. Nice D from DeRozan. San Antonio trailing here. Over Williamson. Murray against Ingram. No good with the layup.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
For 3, Murray. San Antonio again missing. Ball, the pass to Ingram. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
The knowledge that Ingram possesses, well aware that the D is going to hack him in these situations.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 4. There's 1:54 left in overtime. New Orleans making a switch here. Favors is checked in. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Murray outside. Spurs working the ball around now. Here's DeRozan. Lays it up off the glass. DeRozan's got 29 in the game.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Aldridge down low. He's covered by Favors. It's good. Now just a 2-point New Orleans lead.
That's an important shot by Aldridge. He understands momentum is key at this point in the game.
Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This is why they go to Zion. His teammates trusting in his ability to get the job done.
Murray misses off the right angle. New Orleans leading by 4. Fires from the wing. The shot by Holiday, no good. And there is a whistle. That goes on Bryn Forbes. That is his first foul of the game. New Orleans gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Murray against Ball. He kicks it to Holiday. On deep. They get it back. Ingram outside. Five to shoot. The 3. But they get it back.
Yeah, maybe a little luck, maybe a little bit of heart. Both of those at play here. He's getting every offensive rebound.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the chart.
Derek White's checked in for San Antonio. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
So he comes up empty, missing both.
And at 6'6", Ball, very similar to Jason Kidd in terms of the vision that he plays the game with. His IQ is off the charts.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
That'll ice it right there. Not everybody can keep their composure at the line in such a big situation.
Holiday with the 3, with the tip. It's hauled in by Lyle. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony,